What are we gonna do?
Told you. We're gonna hang out, watch a movie.
No. Get there.
Wait.
Oh.
Yes! Wait.
Yeah! Let's see you guys do with the top 10 pick you got. Bryce got what? 394, 3 touchdowns. Oh,
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
About to go stupid again. She out the roof of the biz.
Today is November 23rd, Sunday. I feel like I haven't said the date in a while. Fire. All right. Sunday, November 23rd. We are in week 12 of the NFL. Next week's Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day to everyone. I'm going to Florida. Thank God. In my sunlight. I think I've been in Florida since August, so that could be cap. I don't know. I think August is right. Maybe like September 1st. Either way, I'm due and I'm ready. Joe, I won't be here next weekend.
I guess when you guys see this, it's after Thanksgiving, so hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Wasn't here this week, obviously, like normal.
Yeah, I won't be here. It's actually funny as shit because Mo and Sexy are leaving week 15, like 16.
I think Christmas we're leaving early. Like me and Sexy are leaving like the 19th or like the 4th. Long vacation this year.
At least mine and J-Mo's Christmas break. I don't know how long Gut's going to be gone or Nick's going to be gone. I think Gut's going to be gone like next week though. Yeah, Gut's going to be gone for a couple weeks, but it won't line up with when J-Mo and I are gone.
For the next 2 weeks, I'll be gone because of Thanksgiving, and I'm going to my girlfriend's place in Utah, and then right after that I have surgery. But the recovery is going to be minimum a week, which I'm going to stay at my parents' house for that because it's a triple hernia, so I'm going to be cooked. Hoping to be back by week 2 of that, and we're still going to obviously see how it is there, but like for the first week I'm not even allowed to lift like 5 pounds, so it could get pretty rough pretty fast. But it's going to be like pretty much like I come back and then like they leave like within a time span, so that week of filming we have, it's going to have to be like a hefty load.
Content might be a little messy the next few weeks. We're probably going to have to film a lot of trivia in advance. Your Idiot League Mates, we will be filming some of that in, like, actually most of that will probably just be kind of like how the recaps have been, where everybody's filming their own shit rather than us on the couch. So we'll see how that goes for this next month.
Yeah, so that's going to be like the kind of the travel things for that. But then after that, I'm here for a long time. I don't really leave after that. So should be good on that front. But that's kind of the travel update for that and surgery update, I guess. This will be my last confessional unless I film one in like Utah or something. But probably not. Recovery, though, like I won't be able to do shit for 3 months, which is really close to the combine. So our combine's obviously going to be like April. My surgery is beginning of December. So December to January, January to February, February to March. And I have to be like 3 months good to go in 3 months, or the training before could be awful. Again, for those that don't know, the hernia is like the abdomen muscles or the abdomen in general. Like, for example, like I can't pick up a gallon of milk. That's like the example. So me picking up, like, I can't pick up dumbbells to curl them. Like, it's going to be awful. It's going to be awful, but it's definitely something I need and very determined right now, because I've done this with every surgery, with every stupid injury I've had of like in my head, I'm a very go person of like, I want to get this done. I want to do this. I want to improve here. I want to get better here. I want to continue lifting here. And I hate standing still. So when I have like surgeries and shit, like I push myself way too hard, way too fast. And I came back early from my hamstring injury. I came back early from my hip surgery, and it only set me back further. And I think with this one, I'm going to be despite there being a combine lingering over, and the talks of that's going to be lingering over, and I'm going to be planning in everything. If I'm not ready to do it, I'm not going to push myself, or like before training wise, I'm not going to push myself, because I really, really, really don't want to have another hernia surgery if I don't have to. And having 3 of them at the same time, like it's very likely, not very likely, but it's a high chance if I do something stupid that one of them's going to re-tear. And then I'm right back to where I was. So like that's something I'm really thinking about.
This week, kind of a busy week. We worked on a Thursday, which we never do. Thursday, we went to John Boy and filmed about 3 hours of trivia there. And then after John Boy, which I got to say, Dalton's here right now watching football with us. Dalton is like pretty up there in the tiers of ball knowers with us. Like if I had to rank trivia skill level in the office, I'm not gonna lie, I've been slipping up a little bit in normal trivia to where like Unc looks like he's ahead of me, but like still 2-time trivia tournament champ. So I'm gonna say we're about even. I would put us in the top tier, but I legitimately think Dalton's with us. And then there's like Gut and Sexy. Gut could be above Sexy when he's in the mood, but if he's not in the mood, he's with Sexy or even lower. But pretty impressive. I don't think I've met anyone that also makes content that's in the tier of like knowing the most ball to where like next trivia tournament that Sexy has. I don't think there's anyone in the past tournaments that could compete with us outside of like Will. Will's goated. But any guest that's been on, we've just like wiped them. And I think if Sexy changes that competition this year, like if instead of Snapback being in the tournament, he brings in a couple guys from John Boy, somehow brings in Matt, Will comes in for the third tourney in a row. It's like this year's trivia tournament could be serious. Also, reason I brought that up is because when we went to John Boy this week, I got my ass kicked by Dalton. So that's kind of where that tangent went.
John Boy was here. We went to John Boy this week. That was fire. Always love competing with them. It's always a ton of fun going in their office. It's always a ton of fun just kind of seeing how they operate as a company, obviously being bigger than us, and how their office moves and where they have people doing stuff and talking with them. Ton of fun doing that and playing trivia with them. So that was awesome. You'll see that trivia in like literally 3 weeks. But when you do, just know it's a banger. And just know I'm still the fantasy draft GOAT in that respective.
They probably have 40 employees, maybe 50 even. And that's just like at that office. They might have more elsewhere. But we filmed some good content there. I don't think that's even going to be coming out for like 4 more weeks. They are really delayed. Despite having 1 million people that work there, it takes them over a month to get any content out. I'm like throwing a bunch of shade at them right now, not intentional, but it was still really fun. And the games we played, really cool. There was one game, I don't know if JMO talked about it, but leaderboard or something like that, where you'd have to name a stat would come up with the leader being blacked out, and you have to name the year, the player, and what the stat was based on everybody else in the leaderboard. It was pretty difficult for some of them. Some of them we nailed pretty easily. Like if it was like 20-24 rushing, easy enough. But then it would get down to some shit like, I think the last one was 2011 punt return touchdown leaders. So that was tough. Won't spoil anything else besides that. And then Dalton even came in today to watch football with us. So good to be hanging out with him, get some fresh blood in here. I think it also helped make today even like more fun. Everyone had a little more pep in their step. So it was cool to have Dalton in the office watching football with us. And it even created some, I don't even know, some weird conversations. JMO was like just talking about all these players he's out on for 2026. I don't know how that started, but he just, if anybody is good in 2025, JMO hates them in 2026. That's basically the gist of it. And everybody's bad he loves, especially T-Law. He was thinking T-Law is worth like multiple first-round picks if somebody trades for him, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I think I'm in the minority here that think he's not even worth 1 first-round pick. Like I wouldn't, especially with that contract. He's making like $55 million a year. Why would any team want to give away their first for like a subpar quarterback? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Also on Thursday, after we went to John Boy, I came back to the office with Unc, and we had a meeting with JL about fantasy drafts, which we kind of teased at last week, mentioned last week. But this week we had a meeting about like, okay, what would fantasy drafts look like? Would it be like the daily trivia where you log in every day, you play single player mode? It's just like you fill out your lineup, and then at the end of your lineup, you see what your score was compared to everyone else's score. Or is it like a multiplayer mode? And there's 2 different versions of multiplayer. It's like multiplayer online, where like I log in, my homeboy logs in somewhere else, and like we could play against each other at the same time. Or is it like BDGE multiplayer, where like you're in the same place as your boys, like you're on the couch and you're just drafting, and you only need 1 device. We don't really know yet. We've just kind of talked about the different angles we could take between single player, multiplayer, other multiplayer, party player, sandbox mode, all blah 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 blah. Those steps have begun. Friday, we had Deal and No Deal, which has been pretty fun lately with the new version we were playing. I know Sexy mentioned in the last vlog how we switched from like me versus Nick to me and Nick versus the banker. I love that new version. One other thing we did Friday was we did fantasy drafts with a new site rather than using Rob's Excel sheet. Shout out Rob as always. But we tried a new draft site that I built that I think made things a lot smoother. There's definitely a lot of kinks. A lot of things needed to be fixed, which I did yesterday. But that's obviously, you know, how V1 version 1 of things go. Like, you don't know what the errors are until you play through it.
We started the Replit era of fantasy drafts where instead of using Rob's Excel sheet, J-Mo made something on Replit that we use. And in the Replit era, 1-0. 1-0 for me. You'd love to see it. Everybody in the office besides me hates to see it. They always want to see me lose, especially J-Mo. It's actually insanely corrupt. The fact that the host, the guy who can control the game, wants me to lose so badly, even though I'm like the underdog. Like, it makes no sense to me. It's like, it'd be like if I was trying to have Gut lose in Jeopardy. Like, why would I want that? I want to see Gut win because he's the underdog. So like for J-Mo to want the underdog to lose in fantasy drafts, pathetic. No respect for J-Mo. But yeah, maybe now some respect will be put on my name, having the only win in the new era.
Oh, that's what it was. First ever vlog where you guys obviously saw last week. I think this is the first ever vlog Joe got hate from the comments. Usually it's like, Joe fucking cooked. Joe, you're the GOAT. Someone give Joe a raise. And before this vlog went out, Joe obviously uploaded it and I made the thumbnail for it and I saw it. Or Joe kind of made the thumbnail for it. We used a picture from his intro. Before the vlog went out, I legit text Joe like, hey, you know I love your intros. I think this is my favorite one you've ever made. And this was the least liked one by the audience ever. So there could not be a bigger difference in opinions.
The AI shit, dude. Like I like J-Mo texted me like right away and was like, J-Mo just put together, Joe just put together the most gas vlog intro you'll ever see. I went to it, I saw it right after I was done streaming, and I was like, dude, that shit was pretty fire. Because a lot of people that like watch this don't know editing, and they don't know that that's not just like, you don't just put the clips into an AI generator and get that. Like it's not just like one for one taking zero effort. Like they think it's just like, that's all it is. And you just put it in and it's like, it pops that out. But there's a lot more like behind the scene things, especially with the close-ups and the little stuff to like get that to where like Joe wanted to present it. And I was like, if he put that time in, because it does take time. Again, it's not just like ChatGPT where you type in a fucking prompt and it pops up. And he does the back end of things. Like I'm like, that's kind of fire. And the fact, and I see it more as like, that's the first time we did that. Like imagine like the 10th time, the 11th time. Like it can get pretty cool, the stuff we can do with it in the future. I think that's like my take on it.
Hot topic this week, I guess, was the intro, which I wasn't expecting. Big Unk made an actual video like replying to the comments, which like I didn't even know it was a thing.
And you guys popped off in the comments so much that Unk made a YouTube short reply, which I didn't even know you could like grab a comment and reply to a YouTube short like that. I thought that was just like a TikTok thing. I've never seen Unk make a YouTube short ever. I think you could scroll through all of BDGE trivia and there's not a single video of Unk just talking to the camera by himself. I don't think you could do it on the fantasy channel. I didn't even know that was a thing. So to get Unk riled up in the comments, y'all did something. But I'm still Team Joe, and I thought the intro was fucking awesome.
I looked at the comments when it first got posted, and I saw people that some people liked it, some people didn't. And then I went to the movies, and then I wasn't looking at my phone, and then I got out, and I see like all of these comments, and I was like, damn, people really don't like it. So I was like, let me go see what people are saying. And I could see from both sides. Like Gut said, as the person that made it, especially in this part of the season, I can make a vlog with us just yapping in half a day at this point with how efficient I've gotten at them. I mean, they used to take me like a week to make. I've gotten it down to like either a day or half a day. And that's not saying that I don't care about them. It's just how quick I can make them now because I know everybody's personality. I know what everybody's talking about. I know all the footage. So then when I make the intros, like I try to make the intros creative. And I'm not saying like making an intro from AI to Pixar is fucking creative. Yeah, it didn't look great. Didn't look as great as I wanted it to in my brain. obviously, I do not know animation. I don't know I don't know how to hand draw, animate, or use any real animation studio. I came up with the idea on Wednesday when I finished the vlog, and I was like, you know, it would be kind of cool if we made us like a cartoon or whatever. So then I figured out how to use all that stuff. Literally was learning it for the last 48 hours to like come up with something, and then I put it in the intro, because doing our old intros of just somebody yelling at somebody else's pain feels kind of played out at this point. So I thought it was going to be creative to like, you know, put some of that shit together. Some people didn't like it, some people did. I didn't really expect it to be that big of a divide, but I guess it was. So I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I really didn't care that people like were that upset about it, because I mean, my job is to come up with new shit to do instead of us just sitting here always talking, especially in season. The people that were like, it's just like AI copy and paste, a little bit more complicated than that. I mean, I'm sure there's probably something that can do that, but I have to get all the people as their characters, and then you have to put them on a green screen, and you take the green screen and you put it into Photoshop. You get them to kind of look decent, and you take that, you export it, you put it into Runway, take the motion capture and you put that in the other spot. That then spits out, after like 25 fucking minutes, it spits out some type of motion, and you hope that it's the same motion that you want it to be. If not, you regenerate it. So I did that a bunch, and then I got ones that were kind of close that I thought looked decent, and then I put those in the video. And you take that, and then you use Higgsfield, which has different type of AI software, and then you use that to generate like backgrounds and stuff. Take that, you put that also in the video, and then you have to like composite everybody behind stuff, which it's not that complicated once I started figuring it out. But yeah, I mean, did it come out exactly the way I wanted it to? No. Did it come out the best looking? No. Did I think it was pretty cool when I did make it? Yeah. Is it gonna take my job? No. It's just gonna only help me with my job essentially at this point. And then that's just what it is this like now. I mean, I'm sure I can make it look way better if I have more time, but that's the other thing. I have 6 days to turn this video around. It's like 6 days to come up with an idea for an intro while also having other videos that I'm making for different jobs. So that's that. I don't apologize for making it, honestly. I had fun making it. I had fun learning about the stuff that I did when I made it, because the stuff that I learned about is not just going to help me for making, obviously, cartoons, but stuff in the future. So that was also helpful to learn about that shit, because I'm going to have to learn about it at some point. That's it. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you hoes later.
But at the same time, it's like, who the fuck really cares? Like, who the fuck really cares? Like, it's not taking anybody's jobs. It's not doing anything different. Like, Joe was just bored and wanted to make something cool and put together, and people were super uptight about it. And if you were uptight about it, I'm sorry that I'm kind of shitting on you. But it's like, it's just not that deep. It's just simply not that deep. That was the very first thing I said when I came in the office when I was late on the very first day. It's not that deep, and we'll move past it. So if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. If you liked it, that's awesome. That's how it is.
I'm Team Joe, Team Unk, Team BDGE. I hope Joe cooks up some more AI this week. I don't know where or how, but ramp it up.
Anyway, that's about all. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, what's sort of fun shit down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.